Everybody is talking about alt season, but nobody knows when it's going to happen. And my answer is that altcoin season is happening right now. In order to understand more how altcoin season works, you have to enter Bitcoin dominance chart and apply the cycle indicator from my newsletter. If you don't have access to the cycle indicators, I recommend you to go to strategymaster.substack.com or strategymaster.io. Get a free subscription or get a paid subscription and get access to every single cycle indicator that I use. I talk about cycles and I show when I'm buying, when I'm selling cryptocurrencies, and I have more than 80% win rate as of 2025. Back to the charts. Bitcoin dominance is going down. And the question is how much more down we are going to go. Now, if you use cycle indicators, the reality is that you can actually forecast and predict when Bitcoin dominance is going to top and when Bitcoin dominance is going to bottom, because what I use is called 2-week cycle indicator and shows perfectly the trend that Bitcoin dominance is following. Whenever the cycle indicator goes below 20, right here, we're making a bottom in Bitcoin dominance. Whenever the cycle indicator is at the bottom, like right here, you want to sell your alts because Bitcoin is then going to outperform altcoins. And whenever this indicator is at the top, like it is here, right here, you want to simply sell your Bitcoin and start buying altcoins. That's how basically you will be able to avoid bearish retracements because you simply go from a weaker asset to a stronger asset. If you take a look at the screen, you can see that we're simply entering this zone, the zone where Bitcoin is going to outperform altcoins. What it means is that in the last few months, altcoins were performing phenomenally good against Bitcoin. And of course, we didn't have such a big crash in Bitcoin dominance that we had in the previous years, but we have what we have. And we have to understand that Bitcoin is actually becoming very, very strong and altcoins are not that strong anymore. So you have to stick to the larger caps and you have to forget the low caps. Many of the low cap coins will simply continue bleeding against Bitcoin and they will never do a new high. So if you want to sell your altcoins, you have to start thinking about it now. I don't suggest to sell anything now. I suggest to sell whenever Bitcoin or Ethereum actually starts going up in their weekly cycle, and currently they're going down, so that's definitely not a time to sell. I want to speak about one theory that I think is going to unfold. If we come back to 2021, especially the ending of the previous bull market, Bitcoin dominance dropped by a lot, actually dropped by a very similar amount that it dropped this time. Let me check this amount. It dropped about 17%, while this time it dropped only 12%. But what happened then? 2-week cycle continued going down. We had some consolidation during this bearish period in February 2021. And what happened next? Nobody expected. Altcoins simply exploded. Within the next 2 months, Ethereum tripled in value, Solana made like 5x, XRP also doubled or even tripled in value. This is what we are actually awaiting right now. We want to go down. We want to actually look for these lows right here. And this is where we are going to sell our altcoins. So what I think is going to happen, we are going to make a new bottom in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies very, very soon within the next 2 to 3 weeks. This bottom will basically be so close to this altcoin bottom, but we will still have a couple of weeks left. And I think that, hey, Bitcoin might push up a little bit, but what's going to happen then? We're still going to see one final descent in Bitcoin dominance. I don't know how low we're going to go, but I expect that we must see at least a 20% drawdown. This will be the final stage of the altcoin market. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, where you and I going to sell our altcoins for a fat profit. So remember, November 2025, that's where I'm going to sell my altcoins because this is where this cycle indicator is going to show a definite bottom. From there, I'm going to rotate my assets. I'm going to hold some Bitcoin, but I'll be mostly in cash because I will expect a bear market to start. If you want to know exactly when I'm buying and when I'm selling my cryptocurrencies, all you have to do, you have to apply the small time frame strategy that I provide in my newsletter. You can apply this strategy to any coin, for example, Ethereum, and you will know the exact buying and selling points of Ethereum. For example, if you take a look at this chart, you can see that this is a buying zone for Ethereum and this is a selling zone. This, ladies and gentlemen, currently we're in the buying zone of Ethereum, and somewhere here there will be a sell zone. And if you go back into the past, you can see that these indicators, buy and sell indicators, are crazy accurate. We buy here, we sell somewhere on the way up, and every single time we rinse and repeat the same. I trade cycles because they're predictive. They don't require me to read anything online. I simply use my indicator and I print profits. If you want to have access to them, you simply navigate to Strategy Master, you get a subscription, you send me a message saying, hey, I got a subscription. What should I do next? And I will send you a full tutorial on how to use cycle indicators, how to put them on the screen, and how to analyze the market. Like this video, subscribe right here, click a like button so more people can actually understand about cycles. This will help me to create even more content for you and analyze every single coin that you want. If you want me to analyze some specific coin, just simply put in the comments down below which coin you would like me to analyze, and I will happily create a new video analyzing your coin. Don't overtrade. September will be a hard month, but if you survive September, October and November, I'm gonna bring you a lot of fruits. So stick to the channel, stick to cycles, and see you in the next one.